Experts charge CBN to involve relevant stakeholders in the proposed recapitalization of banks. Parents with special needs campaign against stigma. President Bola Tinubu congratulates trio of Victor Osimhen, Asisat Oshoala, Chiamaka Nnadozie. Good evening and welcome to NTA News, Jabode News at 7. My name is Temidayo Famoyegun. For the proposed recapitalization of banks exercise to have the desired effect, guests of Good Morning Nigeria have urged the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, to engage all relevant regulatory agencies and key players in the financial sector towards ensuring effective and seamless process. Abdul Salam Jubri reports.
2004, banks in Nigeria were required to increase their minimum capital base to 25 billion naira from 2 billion naira before the 31st of December 2005. Since then, the depreciation of the naira to the dollar has weakened the capital base of banks, prompting another recapitalization. Guests on the program expressed support for the proposed recapitalization by the CBN, noting that it would help the country grow the economy.
The proposed banking sector recapitalization will also help to attract foreign direct investment, because a number of foreign investors will show interest in the banks and also want to take some stakes in those banks.
We are happy that this will further shift the regulators to stick to their regulatory function, because what we have is that they've become players even in the banking business. Most of the loans that we have at the moment are being dished out directly by the CBN in the form of various interventions.
So if we do that, it should not be rushed into. We are going to start maybe next year, and even if we are going to start next year, it should not be for 6 months. Maybe we give a timeline of maybe, or a time space of maybe 2 years or thereabout to finish the program, not announcing in June and saying by December you must be through.
They also urge the CBN to ensure that banks are incentivized to increase their capital base, and focus should be placed on the capacity of banks in terms of staffing, infrastructure, technology, among others. In Abuja, Abdul Salam Jubril, NTA News.
The Nigerian Finnish Association has called for concerted efforts in strengthening bilateral relations between Nigeria and Finland.
The association, Senator Otumba Gbenga Daniel made the call during the extraordinary general meeting where Senator Otumba Gbenga Daniel was ratified for another tenure of 2 years. The association emphasized the need to foster meaningful discussion on strategic economic cooperation and alliance between the two countries, especially in the spirit of global development and alignment. The association believes that Nigeria and Finland can do more together in the area of security, education exchanges, knowledge sharing, respect for rule of law and human rights. The Nigerian Finnish Association calls for the strengthening of trade and development cooperation between both countries, while reiterating the association's support and commitment to promote the agenda for mutually beneficial socio-economic growth and prosperity. The Nigeria-Finnish Association, established in 2002 as a platform to advance and promote contacts of the benefits of individuals, companies and organizations, and in particular for the advancement of political, scientific, technological, economic, educational and cultural matters and activities between Nigeria and Finland, thereby promoting mutual understanding and cooperation between the two countries. The association further congratulates Finland on the celebration of her 106th independence anniversary and the putting to sea the magnificent icon of the sea, which is reputed as world's largest ship, scheduled to set sail on January 2024. Shipbuilding is another area where there could be mutually beneficial exchanges between Nigeria and Finland.
Funds appropriated must judiciously utilized to improve the lots of women and Nigerian children. This was the charge during an oversight visit by the Committee on Women Affairs to the Ministry and the Miriam Babangida National Center for Women Development. Aminat Seidu reports.
The committee, Kafila Dogbara, alongside other members, interrogated the 2020 to 2023 budget with the hope of ensuring checks and balances in resources management.
And this is why Nigerian women have been left behind, because all your projects and all your programs have not been impactful on Nigerian women at all.
Based on all this, I said no payment yet until we confirm. And again, the monies we were expected have not even come. So that is the status. So most of these things is good now that you people equally came, because this has been a major discussion here.
A visit to the Mariam Babangida Women Development Center followed the same pattern, as the need to complete some projects was brought to the fore.
So we hope that we'll be able to support them in our next budget phase, to be able to see how we can renovate the place and make it better for our people that come in from all over the country for their trainings. I found out that nothing like a cancer center exists in the National Center for Women Development. We're able to go around all the rooms, and we just saw storage of different things that were not even for the National Center for Women Development. So we are really disappointed about that, but we are still going into our meetings, and by the time we interrogate and ask questions, we'll be able to get more of the facts that we need to report to the leadership of the House.
So if we have any problem with budget or anything that we need from the government, they are doing that, will intervene on our behalf. So they came in to see what we have, and so that we sit down and look at how we can move the center forward.
A facility tour was conducted in the Ministry and the Women's Center, while a budget defense is slated for Thursday this week. Amina Saidu, NTA News.
The children whose biological conditions fall below their expectations. This plea came to fore as they expressed concern on how the society sees children with Down syndrome and cerebral palsy. Moses Queer has the report.
Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, and sickle cell disease conditions have come to leave their God-given potential like any other. This is the position of parents of children with special needs who converge to campaign against stigma, a challenge as a result of trauma faced by incessant societal discrimination while caring for their wards.
The stigmatization is there, and I'm the first-hand person that witnessed that stigmatization, especially when you are trying to look for school for your child, or when you are trying to make your child to be among in the society too. You see people walking up to you, trying to downgrade you.
There's a way people look at your children with a demeaning, kind of approach. Your child, they look at your child as less of a human. That's just the plain truth.
It's true that parental responsibilities of especially mothers of children with special needs face a lot of societal challenges. However, these parents also advocate sensitization and symposiums that can help government become proactive in reducing the stress which they go through.
Let the government implement, not that it has been signed, but let it be implemented so that these children will benefit in the sector of health, especially health. Then we talk of education and other welfare.
Taking care of a child with special needs is cost effective. First, there are some children on medication, and their medications are very expensive. Most of these parents are struggling to survive. They are struggling to feed. So a lot of times these children are left unattended. Some children are locked in the houses without therapy or whatsoever. So I think government can subsidize these drugs for them.
It is observed that while some women express readiness to speak up, others may humbly keep quiet and bear their cross on the incessant societal discrimination. In Abuja, Aisha Bashir, NTA News.
To achieve the universal health coverage goal of accessibility and affordability by 2030, invest in the primary health care as the main priority of health system is essential. Medical experts say this will not only promote quality service delivery but improve standards.
The 2023 Universal Health Coverage Global Monitoring Report by the World Health Organization and World Bank reveals an alarming stagnation in the progress towards achieving the 2030 Universal Health Coverage target.
Since 2015, our pace of improvement has slowed down to a near halt. a staggering 4.5 billion people, that is more than half of the world's population, were not fully covered by essential health services in 2021.
For Nigeria to close the gap between its citizens and universal health coverage, the federal government signed the National Health Insurance Authority Bill 2021, which mandates all employers of labor to provide health coverage for their employees.
Having an equitable health insurance, which is very affordable for petty traders, low-income households, will be really, really good to encourage people paying into the health insurance.
If we can have a system that effectively covers all 200 million Nigerians, then we would know that we're on the right path to achieving universal health coverage.
Experts say the 2023 Universal Health Coverage Global Monitoring Report is a wake-up call to countries around the world as it highlights the urgent need to prioritize and invest in universal health coverage to ensure everyone gains access to quality, affordable, and accessible health care without suffering financial hardship.
Lack of coordinated approach by key players in the justice system has been identified as the major factors responsible for the prevailing challenges facing criminal justice delivery in the country. Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Lateef Fagbemi stated this at the opening of a two-day stakeholders workshop organized by the Administration of Criminal Justice Monitoring Committee in Abuja. Judicial correspondent Minat Daniels reports.
In the two-day interface on effective implementation of sections 29, 33 and 34 of ACJA 2015, with premium on treatment of suspects with regards to upholding their human rights. The organizers, citing various provisions of the law, insist procedures must be followed in order not to trample on human rights of the suspects.
The human rights situation in Nigeria is not where it's supposed to be, taking in view the section 4 of the Constitution that listed the various human rights that are inalienable, that inhere to every citizen, and also taking other foreign protocols.
The key players in the justice sector have on the attitude of security personnel towards gender discrimination, especially on the issue of bail.
Our findings shows tremendous improvement in the way and manner police carry out their responsibility pursuant to this law. And these findings are supported by the fact that we have our police duty solicitors, scheme officers.
While x-raying criminal justice delivery system in the country against the backdrop of global trends, participants have judged the workshop as apt, given the need to sustain respect for human rights in Nigeria.
It tells us that going forward, the issues on human rights, the issues of police duty, the police duty solicitor scheme, and every other thing that relates with how human beings should relate with themselves, with the mindset that the same man is the same as you are.
The two-day stakeholders workshop aims at strengthening the administration of criminal justice. It is in commemoration of World Human Rights Day 2023 and has officers and men of the police force and the legal practitioners in attendance. In Abuja, Mina Daniels, NTA News.
We'll be back shortly. Please stay tuned.
Your flight will be ready shortly, ma'am.
Thank you. Breakfast in Paris. Lunch in London. This could be you. And there's more. Hey, Mai, tell them more.
Of course. Now this is what I call a win.
And this could be you too in the Globe Festival of Joy promo.
By recharging 50,000 Naira or more within a month, you could be among our 100 winners who will win business class tickets from Lagos to Paris to London. If you recharge 100,000 Naira or more in a month, you could be one of the many winners of a premium bungalow in Nigeria. The more you recharge, the more your chances to win.
How was your flight?
Delicious.
Glow Unlimited.
An accident involving two vehicles along the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway has left 10 persons dead while 7 others sustained various degrees of injuries. A statement from the Public Education Officer, Federal Road Safety Corps, Ogun State Command Florence Okwe says the incident occurred near the Kara Bridge early Tuesday morning. The statement attributed the cause of the crash to excessive speed, which led to the loss of control on the part of the Toyota Hiace bus driver who rammed into a tipper lorry which was about negotiating a turning along the expressway. The injured victims have been taken to the hospital for the treatment, while the bodies of the deceased have equally been deposited at the morgue in Shagamu. Ogun State Sector Commander FRSC Anthony Uga, while commiserating with the families of the deceased, urged drivers to always endeavor to take a 15-minute rest for every 4 hours drive because fatigue has been a major cause of road traffic crashes. Next is sports news.
Nigerian striker Victor Osimhen has been crowned the CAF 2023 Men's Player of the Year award. Osimhen, who finished ahead of Mohamed Salah and Achraf Hakimi, was announced the winner at the award ceremony held in Marrakesh, Morocco on Monday. He becomes the first Nigerian men's player to land the award since Nwankwo Kanu in 1999. Osimhen became the favorite to win the award following exploits at Italian club side Napoli, helping them win their first Scudetto over 30 years. He also ended the 2022-2023 season as the only African with the most goals scored in Serie A history.
Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen. Félicitations à Victor Osimhen, le grand gagnant de cette année, joueur de l'année pour les CAF Awards 2023. Une saison exceptionnelle, un prix bien mérité.
Also, Super Falcons forward Asisat Oshoala bagged her record 6th CAF Women's Player of the Year award. She saw off competition from Thembi Kgatlana of South Africa and Barbara Banda of Zimbabwe. No other Nigerian player in history, men or women, has bagged more Player of the Year awards than Oshoala consecutively.
She's from the beautiful, beautiful country. You know, I can't see anyone. Asisat Oshoala. Asisat Oshoala. Best Women's Player of the Year from Nigeria. Congratulations.
Also on the award list was Super Falcons shotstopper Chiamaka Nnadozie, who scooped up the award for Best Goalkeeper of the Year. The Super Falcons national team, however, bagged the award for Best National Team.
Meanwhile, President Bola Tinubu has congratulated Nigerian Super Eagles forward Victor Osimhen on winning the CAF 2023 Men's Player of the Year award.
The president also celebrates the remarkable achievements of Asisat Oshoala of Nigerian Super Falcons, who clinched the 2023 CAF Women's Player of the Year for the 6th time, and Chiamaka Nnadozie, who was awarded the Women Goalkeeper of the Year, as well as the Super Falcons for emerging the Women's National Team of the Year. The president, in a statement by his special advisor on media and publicity, Ajuri Ngalale, commends the trio of Osimhen, Oshoala and Nnadozie for their outstanding performances on both national and international stages and for being sources of pride to the nation and an inspiration for aspiring footballers across the continent.
And here ends the news for tonight. Good night.